Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Stooge. How you doing? I believe I'm live on Twitch. And I don't know if I'm live on... Yes, I'm live now on YouTube. And I'm also alive. Good evening. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you're all around the world. This is your Psychic LG. And I don't know if you can hear us at all, because I know things have been a bit strange recently. And yeah, things are definitely strange at the moment, aren't they? So we're going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass. I believe we have a lot to look into tonight as everything kicks off around the world. And I thought, you know what? We are going to delve deep tonight. Can you hear us? Good, good. Let me get my tea. Good morning, Jazz in Melbourne. Good morning, everybody. And I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm going for second treatment tomorrow morning. But I'm feeling good. And it's been a rather nice day over here. Rather pleasant. And I've spent time with my family. It's been rather nice. What you's been up to? Hello, Stephanie in France. Hiya, Julie. Border Collie's looking for a job, like many are. Are you still looking? Bless you. Good evening in Manchester, just down the road. Hiya, Jenny. Hello, Yuki in Japan. Is it morning over your way? I always get mixed up. So Franco has bought a red light therapy blanket for £200. What is a red light therapy blanket? I've heard of the is it the weighted blankets? They're supposed to be good. I've never heard of a therapy blanket. Hi, Teddy. Is it good, is it? Well, that's good. Good evening in New York City. What's the energies like over there? How is it? Have you had a nice day over there? We get similar weather, don't we, in the northeast as we do in New York? Right, where's my tea? Good morning and good afternoon and good evening. We've got Estella watching from Virginia. I think we've even got South Africa in the house tonight. And Iceland. Hello there in Arizona. Oh yes, so we've got Saz J here. Need your view, LG. Just come back from Africa and we are all really ill. It's messing with my psychic too. What's your thoughts? When you mean really ill, you don't feel like it's just a bug or a virus? Do you feel like there's more than that? It's in the air, isn't it? It's in the energy. It's in the collective. I'll look into it for you tonight. I'll see, because I'm going to be doing world predictions. Now, apologies, guys. I was supposed to come out through the week and do like my mid-shows, midweek, but I had a bit of a to-do. A long story I had explained on Discord. somebody at the radiotherapy department at the hospital, it was a woman who was booking us in, she just upset us. And I was too upset to come out. It doesn't take much to set me off. She was quite rude, actually. But the doctor apologised, and I'm going for the radiotherapy soon. But the woman was a little bit arsey on the phone, and it just set us off, and I literally couldn't have come out. And then one of the other days, I had to go to the hospital for a checkup, because they're doing tattoos and all sorts of things before I start. Have you heard of that, where they put a tattoo on you before you start? So it's just been a little bit madness. So there you go. So if I ever don't come on, if you are on Discord, I always sort of explain it on there, or sometimes I put it out on my Facebook business page. But it was just one of them things. I was just literally too upset. You would have had us snotting and crying, and the woman said this, and but I'm okay. Hello there in Trinidad. I'm actually okay, Abraham. Oh, that's nice there, Michelle. So literally everything's been okay. It's more emotional with me, and I don't know what it is for anybody else who's been going through their cancer journey, but with me it's been emotional, it's been mental and emotional. I've had off days. I've had days where I felt sick, or I felt tired, or not well and in pain, but the majority of it's been more mental. And tiredness is another thing as well, because the type of breast cancer that I had, which has been taken away, and now I'm just on preventative treatment, it was hormonal. And of course they had to put us into menopause, and you know how it is, ladies, and it just makes you whippy, So that's been me, really. But apart from that, I've been all right. I've had worse things. I can honestly say, somebody was asking us today, lovely lady. She said, what was it like? And I said, well, I've been to the dentist and it's been worse. I wouldn't say, like, pain-wise, my personal opinion, I wouldn't say that it sounds worse than what it is, having like a mastectomy. It sounds worse than what it is. It's I've had worse tooth abscesses with a pain, but I'm a funny one, do you know what I mean? And then when I thought about it, I thought, well, a breast is on the outside. Anything what's like major surgery, say like anything on the inside, is different, isn't it? So maybe it was that. I really don't know. But it wasn't as bad as it sounds. You know what I mean? But there you go. Thank God for the doctors. That's all I can say. So tonight, we are going to delve deep into the looking glass. She's been in the garden all day. Okay. And I'm going to look at world events. I've been getting strange images, and I know it's all kicked off to do with Donald Trump. I did see that they were going to do this to him. And I wouldn't be surprised if they stick him in jail for a short time as well, you know what I mean? We're going to look into that tonight. But you know what, guys, right? There's a big twist with all of this at the end. There really, really is. I've always said he's going to be a hard man to take down. But what I do get very strongly is that there's a big twist with it. There's a big twist, and it's not over yet until the fat lady sings. It's not over yet. And what I want to say is, I don't want to say that he's going to pull a trump card, because that's what everybody else says. But what I want to say is that people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And, nobody's perfect, but the ones who are the opposite have also done very bad things as well. And there's a lot still to come out, right? But I'm going to look into that tonight, and we'll see what comes up there. But I'm also going to look into world events, and I'm going to look into around the globe, not just the United States. I need to look into my home country because it's all revving up with the election coming up in the UK as well. And it just, the whole thing reminds us of, it's all connected. The whole lot of it is all connected. But there's a big twist to do with all this Trump situation, you know what I mean? It's all going to come out in the end. It really, really is. I am a little bit concerned about his welfare and if something could happen. So I'm going to look into that as well. I just think the evil has risen. The evil has risen. So for new people who are coming in to my my channel, don't forget to subscribe, right? And for people who are already subscribed, make sure that you're still subscribed, because there's been an influx of unsubscribers where people have come back and said they haven't unsubscribed. Yeah, and don't forget to give us a like as well. And also as well, you can contact us for readings at Louise, louisa.m.jones@hotmail.com. And it'll be in the link in the description if you forget, okay? You can also replay this as well. And I do private sittings online, that type of thing. If you live locally, you can also come and see us. Now let's get my tea. And for new people coming in, I'll also invoke all the angels in when we get all seated down, and we form a circle of light, and it's for healing. It's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. So it just means that if you need healing, or if you're worried about any persons, animal, any situation, you can write the name in the comment section and you will receive the healing and the prayers. And this is timeless as well, by the way. Okay. So there you go. I'm just reading some of your comments quickly before we start. I believe everything is about to kick off, Judith. I think this is the year of it. 2024 is going to be the eye of the storm, what we've been talking about for a long, long time. Hello there in Michigan. Am I pronouncing that right? I just think it's one political witch hunt, isn't it? And I mean, it's plain as the nose on the end of the face what they're doing to him. Be it if you like him or you don't like him, I just feel that it's very political what's happening. They just want him out of the way, don't they? They want the man out of the way. And they'll go any hellbent to get him out of the way. I've never watched what's been going on. I've never felt the need to, because I'm too busy with other things. But what I do want to say is, I did cover it a long time ago. Was it Michael Cohen and all of that, and the Stormy Daniels thing? But I mean, are they convicting Michael Cohen as well? Because I mean, he played a part of it. If that's the case, the whole thing is just, is just very, very twisted. And then you've got everything what's gone on the other political side of it. I mean, do they all get away with it? I mean, if we want to get to the nitty-gritty, what about Bush, the Clintons, the Bidens, if we want to get to the nitty-gritty of it all? But I mean, it's proven it, isn't it? It's the whole thing of the matter. So I believe that it's going to get very messy by July. So I'm going to look into it tonight. And I'm going to look into weather events and other things and see what's going on. But it makes you wonder, there's like a bigger thing going on behind the scenes. I've always said that. Yes, that is so true what Kim said. Michael did serve time. But I don't know. It's been the whole thing just I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's just some... We know it's just all dodgy. But let's see what's going on. Okay. Now, where's my little bell? And thank you to everybody who's been sending prayers to my little cat. She was wearing a collar because she had eczema and she was pulling her fur out. She was on medicine. She didn't like it. I've stopped giving her the medicine, what the vet gave us. She didn't like it. I'm not even putting the cream on anymore, and she's starting to heal now. I took the collar off her. I had a soft collar on for her. She didn't like that. They're very funny cats. She went on homeopathic medicine, and now she doesn't wear the collar. Currently at the moment she's sitting in my jumper cupboard. I mean, obviously I've got it's an inbuilt wardrobe. She's sitting in there purring. So I've just letting her be where she wants to be, because that's a cat. And she's not, touch wood, she's not pulling on her fur, which is a good thing, because she was pulling her fur out. So, and she's not scratching. So, fingers crossed she's on the mend. Fingers crossed. Okie dokie. Let's start. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Yeah, she needs time to settle. It's like you can't even, if a dog, you can go and pick a dog up. You can't do that with a cat. I've learned that. They're not, if they don't want to come, they don't want to come. They'll be where they want to be, basically. And it's the way she is. I mean, I'll show you a nice picture of her before I start. I couldn't find her last night. And then I went into the bedroom. And I'm thinking, I'm shouting, Zizi, 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 where are you? Can you see? Can you say where Zizi is? She'd put herself to bed. There's our little black ears. Might have another picture of her. Oh yeah. So I had to take the photograph. So she's a happy little girl. Queen Kitty, exactly. Exactly. That was her when she had her collar on. But as you can see, she's not really very happy. She's sitting on the staircase there with her little collar on. But she doesn't wear that now. I've took it off her. Oh God, the pair of them are so gorgeous. So June Ritchie here in Twitch. I adopted a Siberian forest cat. They are lovely. And she lies in bed all the time. Hiya there, Debbie. I know, sometimes you just can't find them, can you, Cat Manor? How are you feeling? Are you alright? Oh, and a big shout out to Lorianne, who's been unwell, who's part of the community, the Twitch community, and prayers that I hope she's on the mend. You're good? That's good. Hiya, Marina. Right, so let's start. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, and A2I, and Ra, to come forth to give us full protection in this circle of light, in healing, in prayers, in true answers, with love and light, love and light, love and light. Any star beings that like to come forth, anybody from the spirit world, telecommunications from the spirit world, angel realm, animal kingdom, elementals. You are welcomed in this circle of light tonight to give us the true answers. Amen. There we go. Okie dokie. Okay, where do I start? I think we should start with the crystal ball. What do you think, guys? Now, as you know, you can't ask the crystal ball. You've just got to see what comes up. And then what doesn't come up in the crystal ball, then I'll pull the cards out. Aren't you like my hair? Thank you. Oh, God, there's Adam shouting. You went to bed early as well. Cat Manor. I went with my son last night, saw the gymnasts that will be competing at the Olympics. That's amazing. My son is a state champion gymnast himself. Wow. And it's good to get out and about, isn't it? Yes, press for Bob. Right. Yeah, it's all kicking off, isn't it, guys? I was thinking about the situation with the courts in New York with Donald Trump, and I don't know. I just feel like it is a holy spiritual war that we're in at the moment, and you know how they want him out the way and everything. And over here we've got Nigel Farage, and they don't like, you know, the establishment, if you want to call them. They do not like Nigel Farage. And they've been trying to label him as a racist when he's not a racist, but you know, that's what the press do. And it's like they're on speed at the moment. You know, they're just like, they're trying to clean up, they're trying to get rid of anything anything that is in the way. And it's not just going on in the United States, it's going on over here as well. But what's been happening recently with Trump over in New York, it reminded us of, like, that's what it's like over here. You know, they don't stand for any nonsense. You know, they just get rid of people. They get rid of people, and that's what they do. And they've done it a long time over here. And I just feel, be it like I've always said, if you like him or you don't like him, it does look rather obvious that they've wanted him out of the way, but with this coming, you know what I mean? This election. And it's like you can just trigger some people. Some people just hate him so much. What I can't understand is, being a psychic, that how psychics can hate him so much. Or whatever. I mean, we can all get triggered, but I just think that I tend not to get involved that way. I don't know if it's because I'm British or whatever, and it doesn't trigger us. But to me, it's like there seems to be a lot of psychics out there that really hate him, and they seem to be, and I don't think that they're looking at it, they're not being biased. Does that make sense? But hate's a very low energy, and I will not feed into it, as somebody's just put here. It's not very spiritual, you know what I mean? And I just think that there's going to be a lot of people what's going to end up having egg all over their faces soon. That's what I feel. But all it's doing here is it's just going to make more of his supporters want to support him more. It's not going to get rid of, I don't know what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get rid of Trump, but they don't realise that there's that many people awakened and who are supporting him. What they're going to do next? They're going to try and get rid of all the people who are following him next. But there's some people who are getting really triggered, and it's the hatred's horrible, isn't it? And it's about to get worse. So if people are out there, before I start this, who are getting triggered, just take a step back. Do you know what I mean? Take a step back and try not to get too involved with it. I mean, I get people reaching out to us all the time who are living amongst it. Maybe it's Democrats living amongst Republicans or vice versa. And they're getting affected either way. And it shouldn't have to be like that. And of course, they've been attacking Alex Jones recently as well. I've just recently found that out last night, actually. So it's going to get worse. Do you know what I mean? And the latest is over here that they're trying to say, and Rishi Sunak's going along with it as well, that it's the bullies and the troublemakers over here are the far right. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to take the British out of Britain. They're trying to take the English out of Britain. And how wrong it is to be English. How dare you be English? You know what I mean? But that's the way it is now. But it's about to get crazy. So let's see what the crystal ball has to say. And a big thank you and a thumbs up to all the moderators as well. Buckle up, guys. It's about to get mental. I've just seen... This is hypothetical. Because I sometimes think some of my guides as well, they show me that they have a bit of a twisted sense of humour sometimes. But you know, it's like they're putting the black hat on before they convict somebody in trial. And you got this, is it like for death type of thing? Hypothetically. It's like I'm being shown that, and that's what they're wanting to do to Trump. I'm getting 11 and 17 and 21 and 27 and 22. God's got a plan, and I don't know why I'm being given this. There's some big twists coming in for the 2nd and the 3rd week of June. If that's not to do with around Trump, it's to do with around something big. I want you to remember that, okay? So watch for that to come out. You can hear my tummy. There's a lot more going on than politics, believe you me. Like I've said this for a while, like the manoeuvring and all the new technology, and technology can be done for good or it can be done for bad. So where you've got the goodies with the technology, you've also got the baddies with the technology as well. And I am getting energy weaponry. It's like they've got it on the back burner. I'm not saying they're going to use it, but it's definitely like on the back burner there. I still see this vision where I'm being shown like where the grid could go down. Somebody was telling us about, had I predicted about solar flares, and I've never really looked into that, which I'm going to try to look into the sun tonight, okay? But I feel it's more a false energy that I'm picking up, more than a natural energy. I just shared something to somebody. It was actually put out last night by somebody. If I find it, actually, who was it? I'll share it in my in the description afterwards. If you give us 2 minutes. Where is it? Oh yes, the Met Office is just recently admitting that they are spraying the skies. That's the UK. And the guy who did the video, I'm going to put it in the, he just put it out last night. But these lunatics are definitely running the system, basically, in a nutshell. Now the video is Richard Vobes, okay? Met Office admits spraying skies by Richard Vobes, and that was just put out last night. So, yeah, they're admitting it. So, I feel it's as if that something about reflecting the light from the sun onto Earth and reflecting it back again. I mean, that they're utter lunatics. So they're doing that. What else is going on? And I do feel, so when people talk about solar flares, I'm unsure about that, because I think that it's more to do with the technology, what's out there. But nevertheless, what I'm being shown here is that the grid is, everything's going to halt, everything's going to stop. And I've had this vision for a while. It looks like if you're standing in an airport and it's like all the planes are stopping. Now that could also be true, the vision I'm seeing, because I feel planes can't also take off, and it's something to do with dust and sky, or lots of particles, but I don't know if that's connected or that's to do with something completely different. It might have something to do with a volcano as well, but there's a lot to happen. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's like all going off all at the same time. They're giving us the 15th and the 16th. And it's funny, when I talked about Bush earlier on, I'm getting something big coming in about Bush. Remember everything I'm telling you, and it'll all fall into place. All right. So yeah, if you're interested in stuff like that, definitely check out Richard Vobes. He did a video last night, which was really quite interesting. He's quite good, actually, Richard Vobes. So Michelle Marshall here in YouTube's put, there's been a sandstorm since November, yeah. Volcanic dust. So it could also be that. So something like dust or particles in the air could also prevent planes taking off. But I just see like lots of numbers and everything getting blocked. But then I also see numbers just dropping off the screen, just gone, everything going dark. And people don't even know what time it is. Everything digital's gone. It's just nothing's working. It's like, to me, there's like, is that cyber attack? Is that the grid going down? They are shown as the grid. But as this happens, as if the new technology is being manoeuvred in. I've just seen Putin. Something big coming out with him to do with another country. That's interesting. We also have that there's going to be a lot of stuff happening with banks. And I think it's just recently, has it just recently happened that Biden's trying to block, President Biden is trying to block crypto, is that right? Comment on the link below if you know any better. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. Or block something. Yeah, so there is something going to happen to do with banking systems as well. Okay. So there's definitely political. Everything's political. Everything is political. Somehow or other, the 3rd, the 15th, and the 5th's coming out as well, and that will change history. And the 4th of July. Now, the 4th of July, I believe, is when we are having the election over here in the UK. That should be interesting. Is it the devil you know than you don't know? I really don't know, but I believe something about trains. There's been so much corruption and it's been hidden in the UK. It's like they've packed it away. And I've said this before, there's going to be scandals to come out with UK councils. Now over here where I live in Newcastle upon Tyne, in a working class area of Britain. So you have the councils what will come out and they'll cut the grass. They haven't come out and cut the grass for weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months. And then now it looks like shantytown outside. In fact, it looks like the day of the Triffids. I've got that many big weeds. So I look out onto a beautiful park normally. And I've lived here for nearly 30 years. Since the kids were little. Well, Adam was a baby when I moved in here. He was a toddler. And actually 26 years. About nearly 26 years I've lived here. And now you look out to overgrown weeds, which is nearly the height hitting up to me, okay? And I'm 5'5". It just looks horrible. And their excuse they're saying, because people have been complaining, because what are we paying our taxes for, is because they're doing it for nature, for the creatures or whatever. I mean, the rats of West Denton? I mean, if you literally knew where I lived, you know what I mean? There's not like much wildlife running around. So I don't believe that for 1 minute. It looks an eyesore, and not only that, we've also got broken fences, and it just looks like shantytown outside. It looks really, really bad because the money's not there. Where's the money gone? Why's the council not got the monies? So June Ritchie has put here, I was thinking the same. The council's garden maintenance is just terrible. It's all about the money. So something's happening over here. And it's not just that, the bins as well, because I had gone along to the supermarket last night. I had run along, and the bins were full. It just and there's rubbish flying around all over the place. It looks really a mess. So this is Newcastle alone. You'll have to comment on the link below anywhere else in the UK if they're having the same problem. So the money's going into their pockets, exactly what Jazz has put. So the money's getting put somewhere else, basically. So I believe that there's a lot of scandals to come out with councils. Now we've had the scandal with the post office thing, but this is bigger. There's something bigger to come. And the councils are connected to do with the different, like Labour, Conservative, whatever, different MPs, but something's not being run properly. It's like the system's falling. And I actually do see certain states in America with the same problem, so I don't know if they have the same problem. So Janie Angel's put here, same here, Lou, in Hampshire. Never in the world. It's all in the council estates. Obviously, where my mother lives, my mother doesn't live on a council estate. She lives in a private, posh area. So you drive, I've driven there today. Well, I don't drive personally, but I've been there. And it's all beautiful. It's all, the lawns are all cut and it's all beautiful. You pull into my estate and it's like bloody shantytown. Do you know what I mean? So something's off. Something's going down. So it's like a lack of communication. And like I've said to you before, when you can't like decorate that room without it getting a mess. You can't decorate your house without it getting a mess. So everything's starting to fall. They're hell bent on taking him down. I'm going back to Trump again. But they've done this for a long time, and it's only because it's the United States of America it's unshown, it's on stage, because it's a big thing, isn't it? It's Trump. But it's actually been going on a long time over here as well. If they don't want somebody, they just get them out the way. It's what they do. I'm just being straight to the point here, because it's what I feel. It's what I feel. It's what I see. There was a Labour woman over here, and she was quite extreme. She actually lived, I knew her first name was Jo. I can't remember her surname. If anybody knows, you'll have to comment on the link below. And she lived on a barge, like the barges on the canal. And she was doing really well, and she was climbing high within the Labour Party. And then all of a sudden, boom, she was gone. Somebody murdered her. They got the guy who murdered her. Apparently it was somebody who was obsessed with her. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It just makes you wonder. And you're not just looking at politics, you're looking at people who just get in the way. You want to get to the nitty gritty. We had Jill Dando. Yeah, if anybody who doesn't know who Jill Dando was, she was a well-known, oh God, I can't think of the word. Reporter, dear me. A well-known reporter who was uncovering everything to do with the Jimmy Savile stuff and everything what was going on with the BBC. All of a sudden, boom, gone. They got somebody for her. Bit like the JFK thing, but you never really know, do you? Yeah, reporter. It's funny, what I've got on this crystal ball, ER. And that's to do with like the Queen, isn't it? And obviously she's not here now. Is it still No, it can't be, because it's not. It's. I'm getting the Queen. Why am I getting the Queen, the deceased Queen, in this crystal ball tonight? Maybe there's some big news coming in. Big news coming in with the royal family. So there's something about trees coming out. Now, I know King Charles is massive into his trees and planting his trees. He was all into that and organic stuff. I could be looking into next year, or end of the year, but there's something about schools and trees and something what's going to be promoted. So watch for that to come out. There's definitely going to be a change in government. You have just seen Angela Rayner's face. She's Labour, isn't she? With her red hair. Sometimes when I'm seeing flashes, it's timelines can change, right? Remember, this is a probability. You know what I mean? Because you know what it's like in politics, things can change all the time. But you know how you get, you get the Prime Minister when they first get in, and then they go and shake the hand of the Queen, or now in this case it'll be Charles, if he's still there. Why would I say that? But Charles. And I seen Angela Rayner. I need to pull some cards out on that. Why am I seeing Angela Rayner shaking hands with... Doesn't make sense because it would be that other person, wouldn't it? Is it Starmer or whatever he's called? Her coronation was on this day. Oh, really? Really? So is it the memory of the Queen's coronation? So June Ritchie here in Twitch is put that also she sees Angela being the Prime Minister. Is it possible? I like Angela. That Angela Rayner could be the next Prime Minister. Is it possible? Alright, so it's all a bit dodgy over here. It's been very woke over here for a long time. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the Tories have been in for ages, haven't they, guys? Angela Rayner. I want to say it's possible, but I don't know if it's straight away. Because a man's energy is still coming up, but I've always felt that there would be a woman with a loud voice would be the Prime Minister, you know, and I wasn't sure if she was Labour. Remember when I've said this? I've been saying this for a few years now. Or if she was Conservative, she was just very powerful, a bit like another sort of like Maggie Thatcher. But it's possible. It's very, very possible. I don't know why I'm seeing Boris's face here in this crystal ball, unless it's going to in the cards as well. But I don't know, there's something big coming out with Boris. Do you know what I mean? Teddy's just put here that the new president of Mexico election today. Interesting. So that's interesting what June Ritchie's put, and I do agree there, mind June Ritchie. The Tories will be out soon, and it will be Angela after the man. That sort of makes sense. So I'm wondering if is it Starmer or if I'm not keen on him. Is he Sir? He's supposed to be a Sir, isn't he? Anyway, he comes in first, and then maybe she comes in next. Let's see if it's that. So Teddy keeps losing connection. Give us a 5-5 if anybody else can hear us. Well, exactly, Sasji. I totally agree. They're all as bloody bad as each other. We've got jumpers here. Let's pull them out. Right. Okay. I have a feeling we will go Labour Britain. I really do have a feeling we will. But what I get is that I don't know if it's going to be, you know what the press is like and everything, you know. Things go wrong, then you get the woke press saying, you know, it's Labour's fault and all of this. But maybe, you know, it's things what the Tories have built up anyway and cause problems, you know what I mean? But whoever takes on board everything what's happening now, it's one big cesspit of lies, and it's covered up with a lot of debt. That's what I'm feeling. But I want to say that the Labour will take the lead, but I don't know about Starmer. You know, I don't know if he's going to be a popular one. I don't think he's going to be a popular one. So it's like what June Ritchie's put here. Labour will take on the Tories' mistakes. And nothing can just change overnight if there's been a lot of mess and money's been filtered away or gone elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? But we do have the Sun card. Yay! I see waving of red flags in the UK. We will go Labour Britain again. Stammer the robot. I'm not keen on him. I'm not keen on Rushy. I did like Boris. I mean, I liked Liz Thingy, but she wasn't strong enough. And she was a Tory. Do you know what I mean? I'm not somebody who says, oh, I'm a Tory or a Labour. I come from Labour background, you know, because I'm the North. I'm a northern lass. But I always think go for the person who you like. That's me. Do you know what I mean? But I've never really been a girl who voted, really. And I know that sounds a bit... Should I be ashamed saying that? Because I've always thought it was a dodgy system anyway. I always thought, let's see if it is a dodgy system. I mean, the latest is that you had to fill things in, otherwise you're going to get fined. And my argument was, well, were they just going to use your name anyway, even if you didn't vote, so they would just use it anyway. You know what I mean? Let's see if it's a dodgy system across the board. Very dodgy. Upside down moon is dodgy. The reason why I feel a little bit guilty is because my mum's great grandfather was Joseph Rowntree, the sweet man, and he went along to help with the vote, along with, there was a woman who was protesting here as well, apparently as well, but he was the one what changed the voting for women in the UK, him and his brothers. So they got into politics and they went down to Parliament to change it. So my ancestor did that, changed for voting for women, made it possible for women to vote at the turn of the century. And then my other ancestor was Ulysses Grant. And I don't know much about him. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a direct link, but there is an ancestral link. But I just think that it is what it is. Politics, I believe, is part of the matrix. But according to this, everything's been unfair for a long, long time. So to me, I feel everything's about to fall, everything's about to change. But I've never been a one who's wanted to vote. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's probably a lot of people out there would be shocked what they thought my views. I'm quite a greeny person. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, I'm the kind of girl who would say, oh, ban the bomb and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm all for peace and all of that type of thing. But no, it's just the way it is, isn't it? So I predict that a man will get in first, and I believe it'll be a Labour man, and then I believe that it'll change from there. But it's as if that we're being blinded from what's really going on. What's really going on behind the scenes is a bigger picture. And it's very sort of Hunger Games energy here. It's divide and conquer. I don't know why I'm getting this. Divide and conquer. That's what I'm being given. Ace of Pentacles. I think this is on a global network, this. Whoever the operators are, they know everything's going to fall. They know everything is going to change. Giving back to the people what was taken. That's like gold. Giving back to the people what was taken. Let's get back to the crystal ball. It's about to kick off. The tower's about to come down. The tower is about to come down. I just wanted, before I go back into the crystal ball, I want to ask this, and there's probably a lot of people in the audience want to know this as well. If Trump is put in jail, I wanted to ask the cards, is it possible that they can put him in jail? And then I also want to ask the cards, could this cause some sort of unrest, like a civil unrest on the streets of the US? Let's see what comes up. Are they going to... I'm just going to be straight to the point here. There's no point pissing around. Let's get straight to the point. Are they going to stick Trump in jail? Let me get a cup of tea. Are they going to stick Trump in jail? Answer, give me a true answer. Are they going to stick Trump in jail? My guides are saying house arrest. What does that mean? House arrest? What does that mean, guys? Or they might do something where he can't leave the country or something like that, or... But can he get security clearance? They won't let him leave his home. Right. So is that just as bad? Jail in his house? That's what I'm sort of getting. That's what I'm getting. So he has to stay in his house. That's as bad as it's going to get for him, but it's still bad, isn't it? I seen this vision. I think I seen the vision, you know. I'm sure I went on about this a few weeks ago, whether I could see him coming out and there was clicking of paparazzis and it wasn't very good, and he was coming out of jail, and like people were coming out of jail, my God, maybe, you know, coming out of the courts, what I mean. And they were like asking him loads of questions, and I feel that there's something else coming where they're asking Don Jr. stuff as well. I'm a little bit concerned about his health. As you know, what the founding fathers, what's written, you know, that there's nothing to say that he can't still run for president. And he's not going to stop, but I'm a little bit concerned about his health, what toll this has taken on his health. Even though he's fit for his age, very fit for his age. There's Trump with his red cape on. It'll be wearing on him, definitely wearing on him. So we've got, I'm not seeing heart problems, but I do get worry there, but I'm also I'm seeing a scuffle to the ground. This is what I'm seeing. Now, I don't know if this is something happening to him, natural, or there's somebody trying to take him out. We've got the 3, we've got the 10. That's not good, is it? 7. That's 7 months, or is it 7 weeks? Normally swords is months, but if we say 7 months, we're going to say June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's very possible. We've got the trumpets coming in. We've got the angels coming in. Just replenishing, just putting back what was taken. just putting back what was taken. Is it possible that he could get back in a short time and then something could happen to him? Because if he does get back in, he'll not last long. The star card is saying that there's bigger things to come for the United States of America, and this goes bigger than Biden, and this goes bigger than Trump. This is a stage thing. My guy's Jed saying, this is a stage, not a stage, staged. It's all staged thing. Oh my God, I don't know what that means. That's what my guides are saying. Everybody plays the part what they need to play. So it's very possible that he could be re-elected and there could be an assassination attempt. It's very, very possible, yes. So we just need to, as we see in Britain, keep calm and carry on. But we've got the star card here, which is good. It's a younger person what's going to, because even if Trump gets back in, if he gets back in, it's still not going to bring peace to America. The peace won't come until a woman stands in that White House. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And I know there's probably a lot of Republicans out there who will probably disagree with us and saying, oh, no, it has to be Trump, but it has to come back. But I'm not saying that it's a Democratic woman. It could be a Republican woman. I really don't know. This is just, I'm just giving you what my guides give you. Don't shoot the messenger. Do you know what I mean? But it looks like that, you know, that it's not over with yet. And I've been given very, very strongly, it's not going to stop him running. I get he's coming back in. But, you know, I'm a little concerned that he won't be in long. There's a woman here. There's a woman there who will be the one who will bring the peace. And then I've seen this before. He looks quite sort of Hispanic. It reminds us of like that film, La Bamba. La 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 Bamba, do 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 do. Was that Ricky somebody from the 50s? He's not very tall. He looks like that type of look. Yeah, it could be Vivek. Richie Valens. He's got that sort of look about him. And then I see a woman, and they're the ones what's going to bring peace to the United States of America. Do you know what I mean? But Trump's playing his part to, I mean, the amount of lies what's been spewed out and twisted, and really it's just reflecting to what they really are. Do you know what I mean? Get your popcorn, guys. It's about to get very juicy. I think July they're gonna stick him on house arrest or something. But I'm concerned because I think there's something big coming in for him round about June time as well. June time. There's also some shocks. I'm jumping here. I'm jumping back to United Kingdom. There's some shocks to jump out to do with around Rishi Sunak as well, to do with around the Tory party. And I keep getting, I'm going to go back to my crystal ball, there's something coming to do with the railways. I know we've had a lot of problems with the railways over here in the UK, but there's more problems to come. See, they don't want to put the money into the north. It goes in down south, but they don't want to put it in up north. But the railways, the Northern Railway, there's going to be more problems there. Of course, their plans is that they've got all this hover railway, super duper travel coming in. You know what I mean? Hovercraft or whatever it's called. This is what's coming. All this great technology, what's being held back, is going to come in. To the fact it could take over flights. Because people are going to be wanting to more, jumping on a hover train, which could get you from the UK to New York within an hour or something. It's going to be faster than flying. That's coming. Fear not, Republicans, my dear friends. Fear not. They're just making it worse than themselves, what they're doing to him. No matter what you think of Trump, he's there for the people. And this is a massive setup to do with something what should have been left a long time ago. Through the mess, there's a big twist of this to come. Whatever they've accused him of, there's a twist with something what's going to backfire on them. Remember that, because it's a prophecy I'm getting. Robs from the rich to give to the poor. Makes you wonder if he's been Robin Hood before. Trump is the only one to take on the DS, exactly. I think it's going to get pretty heavy, right? Now, bear in mind, we're at E, and we need to get a D, and we need to get him through to the November election. But it's very dark, it's very dodgy. It's as if I want to say that we need to send prayers out to him today, that he is protected from the evil network what's out there. I get Biden's just being used. Again, it's just all a show thing. It's just all a show thing. I don't know how they possibly can think that he can take it on again to move forward, to be a president again for another 4 years. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But they've got a big twist up their sleeve, the Democrats. They've got somebody waiting there to bring them forth. I personally don't think he's strong enough. I think they need to bring somebody else up in on the Democratic side. What do you guys think? But you've got more chance of Trump getting in if he's up against Biden. If Trump's up against somebody like, say, Michelle Obama, I'm not saying it's exactly that, or somebody like that, he might not have the same chance. I'm just saying. There's a big twist coming with all of this. I'm getting, like different timelines, different sort of parallel timelines, and there could be like some sort of glitch, and I'm getting it's into the middle to the end of June. I want you to remember that. It's coming out really, really strong. So it might be something that we just have to take week by week by week. Do you know what I mean? But it looks to me at the minute like they definitely want him out. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, they could take they could destroy his Trump Tower, the whole lot, all the richness and everything. But he's not going anywhere. God, right, that's him again. We've got the King of Pentacles. He's coming out with the King of Pentacles this time. He's got something up his sleeve. There's something going on. There's something going on here. Let me get the crystal ball again. Madam Tussauds. Oh my god. That is so funny. Just reading some of your comments here. Trump will go when his mission is done. Yeah. I keep getting that song, The Rise of the Tiger. I've just heard like a thud. So that's one of the cats coming downstairs. It's probably Nala because she's very heavy on her feet. Zizzy's very light. She wants to come on screen to say hello, Zizzy, you know, because I do animal communication, but she's got like a ball bit on her neck and it'll be a while before it comes back. I think she's a little bit embarrassed, you know what I mean? I was going to get her a little bandana, but we'll see. Little bandana thing to put around her neck to cover a little ball patch on the back of her neck, bless her, until it grows back in. Okay. Right, I'm getting Hawaii again. It's coming out really, really strong. There's going to be a few eruptions. Crazy weather to take place. Something about something going back into court and something getting overturned. I want you to remember that. And force connected. Now, I don't know if that's 4 weeks, 4 months, or the 4th of a month. There's going to be something overturned and there's going to be a big twist with this. He's going forth. I'm going forth. Remember that song? It's like a club song. I can see him like moving forth into it. Yeah, I've had this vision before where I can see like Arabs, rich Arabs, you know, like mysterious Arab men, and they're running through the desert on the horses, and it's like late at night. They've got covered over, just like slits, and they're running. And it's all about the gold. All eyes on an Italy event. Turkey. In Egypt. And the Hamas leader, there's something coming out there to do with that. What play takes place in Egypt will affect America. That's when Biden will back down. I mean, bearing in mind, sometimes I can read a little bit out. Do you know what I mean? It's going to get really strange and really woo-woo. It's like people who you thought were people are not going to be who you thought they were. Really weird. Some very weird stuff coming into this crystal ball tonight. Indian Ocean. Huge news coming out with India. Could be to do with politics. I feel like I need to send calming energy to the Indian Ocean. To the storms in the sea. Faults in the seabed. And I'm very, very drawn to a fault near the east coast of America. I know there's a lot of people in this audience who've wanted things to happen where they've been told trials are going to happen, and they haven't happened. But not everything will take place the way you think it's going to take place. Because some things aren't meant to dig into, they're just meant to be left. Because these people aren't going to be around for much longer anyway. I know this might sound very cryptic, what I'm saying, but it'll all fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. You might have to re-thingy that, what I've said. It's very Stranger Things, yes. It's like, welcome to the upside down world. So there's events to take place. There's a frequency and it's coming in. So when I've come on earlier tonight and I've talked about the video that I showed you about the bioengineering or whatever it's called, what's coming in where they're stopping the sun's energy and they're reflecting it out again. There's a lot of sort of high-tech weaponry out there we do not know, and technology that we do not know. I think we're going to expect a lot of crazy weather and events, and I would say that it's not all natural. It's not all natural. So it's something that has to play out in the US, okay? It's unhealed energy. But also people are playing their part as avatars to do their Earth mission, what they need to do. And like I said to you before, you may like Trump, you may not, he's Marmite. But he's there to change things. He's a matrix breaker, he's not a Gaia fixer. The Gaia fixer for the United States of America is a young lassie who currently at the minute is lying on a bed, painting her toenails, talking to her boyfriend on the phone. I don't know who she is, but she's the one who will bring peace to the United States of America. And then a young man who is suave-skinned. He's cooking something currently at the minute in a wok, trying to get into politics. But we have to let these players play out what they need to play out. Because Trump's took on a massive mission here. Massive. Yeah, I think we're going to have some crazy weather this year, guys. And I'm just going to put that down because it's a bit heavy. But the crazy weather is... it's playing out as weather, but it's not been set off naturally, if you know what I mean. There'll be all cases which will be brought forward. I've said this before. I've said this for the last 4 or 5 years. And once they bring the old cases, they'll bring them forth. It's going to open a can of worms. They're going to end up shooting themselves in the foot for what they've done. Mark my words. But enough of the politics. Like I said, you have to let things play out. But July is going to be, buckle up, basically, buttercups. It's going to get heavy. July is going to be one hell of a roller coaster. I'm pulling some cards out here to see that the finale will be when they come to house arrest Trump. I think there will be kick-offs. I really do. I mean, it's obvious that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be as much a civil war, but I think there will be kick-offs in certain places. Okay. I still see it in a strange event, and I get something like a tube station, smoke, that type of thing. Heavy distractions to come. And I see this, and it's all across world news, and I see it. I feel like I'm the bearer of bad news at the minute. I don't need to be. I don't mean to be, should I say. But they're giving us the word terrorism. And we need to stay alert. And I know you've just recently had Memorial Day. And I mean, we'll have something in November as well, isn't it? It's November the 11th. So I want to say that this, you've got like different organisations running off different organisations. Yeah, Veterans Day. Distractions. There's something coming, and it's bigger than 9/11. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm saying the is it the Pentagon? The Pentagon? I want you to remember that. And I'm being shown airports. I see marching through the United Kingdom, through the streets. And big news coming off to do with two celebrities, one possibly both male, one's been a TV presenter. Shocking news to come. Sudden exit. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned. And watch for where a great man will go down, not one, there will be two. Massive change to come for the UK. Huge change. But I do believe that we're in for... The economy seems to be very wobbly. And I don't just think this is for the UK. I think this is for the US as well. We need to protect our auras. Because we are all ascending, there is great... The world is not what we think it is, all right? It's not just a case that we're blubbing around on a planet, physically. It's more than that, physics. There's more than that going on. And as we start to ascend, some of us we are multidimensional beings, and some of us could be, how do I say this without this sounding woo-woo or too woo-woo? Time jumping. Some of us could be in parallels. Is there anybody out there who feels that they are having a lot of deja vus or strange events happening around them? We're getting triggered, and so we need to protect our bubbles. We need to protect our auras. I've said this before, as we are going up the elevator, Earth's elevator of ascension, we'll get triggered by other people's negative energy. And it doesn't mean that they're doing it on purpose, like they're a wizard or a witch. It could just be that we are becoming more porous and more sensitive. But I believe to the answer to earlier on that somebody had asked when they had gone somewhere in Africa and they felt affected. They were all feeling poorly, unwell, because I feel they were picking up on something over there. And it could be portholes of energy what's opening. So how do I put this again without this sounding too woo-woo? Upside down worlds which are opening in certain parts of Earth have portholes or stargates where this is happening, where there's underground upside down worlds are coming in to our world. Because it's a lot to do with technology, not just ascension. As we start to ascend, we start to experience the technology, what's there in certain buildings when we're out and about. For example, we had that strange situation, what happened where aliens just appeared in a mall. Where was it again? In Vegas or somewhere. Was it Vegas? But was it a breaking down of communications? Could they have been coming in from another realm? Miami. Could they have been coming in from another realm? Yeah, it was, I'm sorry, apologies, it was Miami. Yeah. So there's events like that to take place. Individual people who will experience extraterrestrial events, strange phenomena. But my experience being a medium all these years is, if you're up against something and it doesn't smell nice or it doesn't feel nice, it's not nice, because you use your instinct. So just use your crystals when you're out and about and stuff like that. If you feel really affected by a situation, have a salt bath, or if you can't have a bath, just rub some shower scrub in your shower. You know, go home, try and have something light to eat. Go barefoot in the ground if you can. Because like I say, there's so much going on. It's from ascension to us uplifting and feeling people's energy, but also we're getting affected by technology out there, but we're also getting affected. We're starting to time jump, and all sorts is happening. And there's also other worlds coming in into New Earth. There's two worlds combining. But the matrix is breaking. The sort of the hologram's breaking. We are creating, we can change this hologram. Keep positive, keep grounded, live in the here and the now, be grateful, take care of your friends and your family. How do we protect ourselves? What somebody's put here. How do we stop ourselves from what they're spraying and making us sick? Build up on your immune system. It's the only advice. You know, I don't suggest that you go out there with a mask on, because I don't like them either. But I think what we just need to do is try to protect ourselves. But shungite works. It stops a lot of weaponry. And it can stop that as well. Oh, that's nice. So we've got Queen Wanda here. Good news, Louise. Alexandra is out of hospital. She's doing okay. Your prediction was right. Thanks for all the prayers. Thank you. It's a pleasure. So shungite is really, really good. It stops a lot of the technology. Weaponry, not the good stuff, the bad stuff. Could you imagine if we all had shungite roofs on our houses? It was given to me by somebody who'd left the armed forces through losing a limb, which got blown off in action, and he was told by higher up people that to use the shungite to protect yourself against the weaponry what's out there, what the public don't know. Shungite, you can buy it. So it's Shungite, I believe. Jenny here has just written in Twitch that she's got shungite earrings. I bet they're nice. You can buy it on Amazon. It's not expensive stuff. Just going to pull 3 cards out for the collective. They keep telling us that there's a woman eventually who will bring peace to the United States of America. I think there's just hell to pay, guys. I think we just need to not get caught up in the action. I think there'll be a lot of riots to come in the UK. And I think that what the British press will do is they'll make it out that it's the far-right thugs who are doing this. As you know, there's a bigger problem than that, what's going on. And it's a lot to do with borders and stuff like that. We do need to prep. So I've shuffled these cards and put them back, and the same cards are coming out. It's all about the gold. It's all about the gold. I'm getting Frank Sinatra singing My Way. And singing New York, New York. The third's being given. Biden will fall. A man from the Middle East will rise. War will be cold. And Trump will come back. God forbid he may be taken out. At the time, something huge is coming out to do with Louisiana. Don't know what that is. And I want to send water their way. Water to stop something. Something nice. We've got something nice here. I like it when we get nice things. There is a big, huge show to take place in Broadway and the West End of London. It's going to hit everywhere, and it's going to be in a movie. And I'm getting a very 50s jivey feeling. It's something what hasn't been created yet. It's all very jolly. It's going to bring forth some new stars. Remember, everything's changing. Even Hollywood will be changing, because the new entertainment, the Violet Indigo children, the truth seekers, they're not going to stand any shit and nonsense. But the funny thing is, as I'm saying that, you're going to have Harvey Thingamajiggy, whatever he's called, he's going to come out, or some big news is coming in with him. There's going to be hell to pay there, so watch for that. I see big problems coming in for, is it P. Diddy? Lots of women making announcements. And a man. It hasn't just been women. God forbid. It's deeper than what you think. Do you know what I mean? This sunflower. That's Ukraine, isn't it? It was never really taken. It was already his anyway. But there's some big news coming in with Ukraine, It's the leader. What's he called, man? Zelensky. There's going to be some big news coming in with him. I'm not sure if it's this summer, guys, or next summer. It could be after the election into 2025. But there's all this hoo-ha going on. And it's something about these new passports and digital ID, or there's something coming in. People are all getting their fingerprint. They're getting scanned fingerprints. I don't know what's going on here. But it could be the mark of the beast. Maybe it's on the rise there, so you need to watch for that. To keep getting the boot of Italy. Big, huge announcements before I pull away. Right, definitely get the royal family, and I'm definitely getting the Vatican. The Vatican. What a year. Hold on to your hats, guys. Hold on to your hats. So pull away there. This summer is going to be a test for the planet because of, I believe, weather manipulation. Okay, I also believe it's going to affect animals on the planet, causing extinction and stuff like that. But I feel I've had this vision before where the lions and the tigers are running and the elephants are running, and I'm getting that song again, Africa, from the 80s. But trade will take place. A lot of trade will take place in Africa. There's a huge hub there. There's some sort of like an extraterrestrial hub. There's something going on there. Changes to take place. New trade to take place across the globe. New stuff to come out there. Big news coming in with Kim Jong-un. There'll be a lot of UFO sightings this year, but don't think for 1 minute that they're being flown by extraterrestrials. A lot of these are flown by man. Our Space Force is already up and running. It's like Star Trek out there. And I've got Jed coming in and say, right, that's it. You've got to go now, Louise, because it's now 12:12 and I'm Cinder Fuckarella and I have to go to bed because otherwise I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. Oh, a new sugar substance, which is safe. It's not like, I mean, we've got one because I was using it. It's like a plant one. It's a sugar substitute, but it's going to hit the market and it's going to change a lot of things, but it's also not dangerous like this, you know, like the sweeteners and stuff like that. You do realise that the food industry will be next, and that there has to be a lot of things that have to change for the planet, and it's all to do with plastic. Stevia, yeah, but it's I don't know if it's stevia what's coming more to the market, or it's something else. Maybe it's another plant. But there's a breakthrough also for cancer research and heart disease. Good night, guys. Take care. God bless. Wherever you all are around the world, there will be smoke, Teddy, from the Vatican very soon. God bless you all. Wherever you are around the world, this is your psychic LJ sending his love and stay safe. Until the next time, may the force be with you all. Take care now. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes. See you soon now, guys. Bye.